So the easiest way to match up a session data, attendance data, with a participant list is to actually do that in Excel. I haven't found a way to do that inside of Turning Point itself. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm opening up your participant list. I've actually already got it, so I'm going to cancel out on that. Participant list, manage, make sure I've got the right participant list. There it is. I can't copy and paste that directly into Excel from this screen, but I can, if I click on Edit Participants, copy and paste it from this screen. So I'm going to make myself a new workbook in Excel, and then I'm going to come back to here, and I'm just going to copy and then put my cursor in that cell and paste. There we go. There's a few things I need to do to this participant list before I can start matching it up with other things. The first thing I'm going to do is add headers. So insert, that's ID, name. And then this part is pretty important. I need to sort these by ID number. Sort and filter, custom sort, sort by ID. There we go. This person down here doesn't have an ID number next to them, so that's not going to come through correctly, just so you know. All right, and then I'm going to name this sheet part list, participant list. Okay, so I've taken care of that. Next up, I need to get the session data out. Okay, fine. In fact, actually, I'll just close that. That'll be easier. Session data. Just like the other one, I've already imported it, so I'm just going to say cancel because it's in there. But I need. What do I need? Maybe I will. Maybe I do still need to import it. Maybe I messed something up there. Okie dokie. Already exists. Yeah, fine. Make another copy. There. It was underneath auto. I just couldn't remember that. All right, so I'm going to go with this session. Double clicking that. Okay, now this is the thing you've seen that's useless. You can export it, but it turns out like that doesn't do you any good. What you really need is to come over here and change that to results detail, and now you get that. Now, theoretically, this should export. Try it first. Export, Excel, results detail 9_28. Save. I'm getting an error every time I do that. The same happens if I try with the CSV. It does. I don't get the error. I can't copy and paste this directly. This screen doesn't allow a copy that happens. So instead, I'm just going to export it as HTML 9_28. I'm naming it so that I can find it again. There we go. It popped up right there. And this, I can just copy and paste. There's a blank up here. I'm not sure why. Something clicked in without a device ID, or else it just creates an empty line. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm just going to copy and then come back here to this, and on a new sheet, click in that corner and paste. All right, I'm going to clear out these two columns. I don't need them. And I'm going to do the same thing over here that I did in the other one. I'm going to give it that. Now, these are the this was from the session data, so these are the people who attended that day. So I'm going to give this sort of a flag that says yes, these were attended. That flag is going to be a 1 in this case. And then I also need to sort these by ID number so that both sides have been sorted. Okay, so I'm going to name that sheet 928 so that I know which one it is. There we go. I've got my participant list. I've got my 928. Now, this participant list is going to become my list of who has attended and not attended. So I need to insert a new column here. Oops. Insert. There we go. And this will be attended. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a function called vlookup to say, I want you to go to this sheet and look up this ID number. And if that ID number shows up here with I want you to put the value of what's in here inside of there. Move on to the next one. that ID number shows up, put a 1. If that ID number does not show up, leave it blank. That's what this formula that we have is going to do. I'm going to send you the spreadsheet so that you have a copy of the formula to look at. I have to come over here where I've got it to copy it and then paste it in here. And I don't know why that just opened that up, doesn't matter, paste it there. Now I have to make a small change to this formula to reflect the names of my sheets down here. So this is this if error has to do with this over here. That's basically if the vlookup function looks up a number and it doesn't appear, then in the attendance sheet, then don't put an error message in there, just put a blank in there. That's all that's saying. And then here's the vlookup function that says, go out to that other sheet. If this ID number shows up, then take the value of the attended column and place it into this attended column. But I need to, because I renamed the sheet, I need to change that from sheet 2 to 928. If you don't rename your sheets, then you don't have to do that. All right, hit enter. Okay, Schiff was there that day. I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, so it looks like Hines and Malingo were the only 2 people who didn't click in during 928. And this is just something that I do before I save this off. This is a formula that's dependent upon that sheet. For future use of this page, if I want to combine it with other things, like rename that attended, 928 and have another spreadsheet somewhere else, I'm going to need to get rid of those formulas. So I'm just going to do a copy and then paste values. There we go. So now the formula's gone. And that does that for me. Okay, so that is how I would match up attendance data to a participant list.